Excuse me, guys. I'm trying to go in here. I'm sure you guys don't mind.
God, I feel sick. Don't like this at all. This porcelain bitch is the worst kind of news.
I know. I'll be careful.
Not exactly one of your strong suits. Listen, first sign of trouble, eat Delta.
Why does he keep saying Delta like that? That's what that means.
She emptied the place. Shit.
Excellent. You have come.
A generous bestowal.
Throwing money at me today, Six Sock. Cheers, man. I enjoyed Tyranny. Played through that. I like those decisions a bit more.
Let's step to it then.
Before we discuss details, I feel I owe you an explanation. I must tell you why I changed my mind and wish to help.
Weren't sure of anything. If you could trust me, if Yorinobu killed your father, now...
I knew. From the start.
You knew?
All
Told
the
you.
board members knew. Not one soul even slightly interested in the matter believed in the poisoning. Details were disparate, inconsistent.
You knew, but didn't do a thing about it. Why? Suddenly sprout a conscience just yesterday?
My father had flaws. I know this. I harbor no illusions about it. When a foe needed removal, my father ordered it without a thought to mercy. A way of being Yorinobu could not abide. But to my father, ends ever justified means. Saburo Arasaka has always valued just one thing. Do you know what it is?
Profit. Power, family, warp, the idea.
Power.
Family.
It's power.
Our family. I was to be its heart, to uphold life, ensure continuity, stability, never to oppose it.
Huh. Guess Yorinobu's instructions were a little different.
Yorinobu raised his hand against our father, but he is an Arasaka. He is family. I do not expect you to understand. I wish you merely to know I do not oppose my brother willingly. That it is difficult.
Mm-hmm. He's your brother. It's been hard. It'll be hard. Let's say I get that. What changed your mind?
We received a warning during the parade. Security protocols were violated. The first doubts sprouted then. They grew yet greater in your hideout, when my brother's assault group arrived not to rescue, but to kill.
Yorinobu was just plain willing to sacrifice you.
My father was right about my brother. He never cared for us. I was brought up to be the heart of the family. It is time for the Arasakas to listen to their heart. It will bring justice. Did you bring Soul Killer, as we agreed you would?
Finger on the trigger, don't say a word.
Mm-hmm.
Take me for a fool. Think I'd fall for that? Got plans to walk out of here alive.
Had I any ill intentions, I would have chosen a side far more discreet than this. We are
Why?
here because I know how to save your life. I can lead you to Mikoshi.
Meaning? Mikoshi don't exist in real space.
Yet its access points do, and one is very near.
Where?
Here in Night City, beneath Arasaka Tower.
We ought to leave. Right now.
Wanna leave?
What gave you that idea?
Quit butting in so I can hear her out.
This is gonna be a disaster.
Sit. We have little time.
Sure know how to prick up my ears. Go on, talk.
My brother.
You catch a whiff of that? Smells like shit. Careful not to step in
It's
it.
a funny
He
line.
must be made to take responsibility for his deeds.
Just say it. Be easier that way.
I want him punished.
Still vague. You want him dead.
I want the Arasaka Corporation to know the truth.
How you plan to do this?
Yorinobu,
花子様、そろそろご自宅にお戻りいただいて。
すぐに済むわ。Yorinobu will soon call a meeting of the board. Representatives of all factions are expected to attend. The perfect moment for them to learn the circumstances of my father's death. I will get you into this meeting, and you will testify against my brother.
That's all it will take, I'm sure. Some random street
Testify.
kid.
Listen, mind if I'm straight with you?
Help me get rid of Yorinobu. I will help you get rid of the construct. And I will need to return to the estate soon,
Offers
so as
intriguing.
not to raise any suspicions.
Need to think about it.
Naturally. But
Drunk
think
for
quickly.
31 more seconds.
Yorinobu is on high alert after the parade. He may harbor suspicions.
We're getting the fuck out of here.
Are you well?
Yeah, it's just,
Whiskey was poisoned. Fuck.
You are bleeding.
fuck.
Oh, there's some blood for the first time.
It seems you are running out of time. Don't delay. Make your
No
decision.
worries. About that.
Oh, sobered up. Good.
You could use some air. Right now.
I really wish I could, like, leap off buildings. Are there any implants that'll give you wings? Sadly, no. It's too bad. Alright. Out we go.
I warned you.
What are you doing?
What am I doing? I'm showing you what it's like to feel fucking trapped. Asked you, warned you, but you've insisted on not giving a shit.
Ah, Johnny,
Now
I'm so
this
tired of you.
Cunt's gonna use you in her fancy scheme.
You got a problem with that? Cause that's what we wanted. We know we're
The gates to Makoshi. Yeah, beneath Saka Tower. And what's that give us?
What?
What's that fucking give us?
I don't know yet. Haven't decided anything.
Then we got a real fucking problem, don't we? Great, you checking out again?
I keep just standing up and falling over. I've been doing it for like the last half hour of gameplay. Like 75% of my time is was watching my character stand up again.
What? Am I?
No, it's not what you think. Not yet, anyway.
Easy there. Don't move just yet.
Vic?
You're in pain, I know. Delirious when you arrived, so I had to dose you with beta-haloperidol. But light oversensitivity's a good sign. Means your optic nerves aren't damaged.
How'd I get here?
Dragged yourself here, beat to hell and back. Gave Misty a hell of a fright. Then you shoved my patient at the time off the table and demanded you be treated immediately.
Oh, what a jackass we are.
Was your guardian angel.
Huh?
I, wasn't completely myself.
Not a random surgeon. We've known this guy for the
That's
entire
a bit
game.
worrying.
Just give it to me straight, Vic.
You've come to a critical juncture. Try sitting up, carefully.
Okay. Don't expect a miracle.
Slowly.
Everything's slowly in this game.
Another victory for the history books. If you got something to say, Vic, just say it.
You're dead.
How much longer is this going to go on?
I've been asking myself the same
tell me.
question.
Looking at you, not long at all. Next attack, you won't be able to crawl back here. You'll flatline in some back alley.
What do you want me to do about it? I got this fucking chip in my head.
This is your last chance to take matters into your own hands. Understand?
I know, Vic. I'll try. Soon.
No, you'll do it now. Now, see that setup over there?
Uh-huh.
You'll find something there that'll help you end this on your own terms. If you can manage to cross those few yards, the rest will be up to you and you alone.
Yeah? To kill ourselves right now? Is it exciting?
On your own terms, huh?
What does it matter if we die in an alley or die here?
Doc.
Enough, Johnny. I just gotta think about it. Need to stretch your noodle? Fine.
Just
It's not in this basement.
V, Christ, you're talking out loud.
Out loud, what?
Just go fix this thing.
Think I can do it.
Take the pills.
Whatever you decide, let's make sure to get out of here first.
Our nail job's holding up.
Hey V, I heard. Well, your thoughts?
Shouldn't have had to. Sorry about that.
No need to be. I know what's going on. And I know it won't be easy. For either of you. If you don't want to decide here, I know a much better place.
Sure, lead the way. Why is this spot special?
I took Jackie there once. It's not far.
Jackie? What's he got to do with any of this?
You'll see. Come on.
Remember the good side of you, chat? Jackie, let's reference him and bring that back right now. Did we just fall over again?
Top floor. He had the same glum face.
I don't think you can shoot her right now. It doesn't let me put a gun at all. Oh, it
This
does.
is it, Chica.
Oh.
I'm done for.
Doesn't sound like the Jackie I knew.
That was a long time ago. His mom had just found out he'd signed up with the Valentinos. Trust me. Senora Wells on one shoulder, your gang Chumbas on the other. No choice can ever seem right. Life wasn't easy for my Jackie, but he found the courage to bet on himself. After
Ah, that's more
I
like
brought him here.
air.
Grenades are not available right now.
See that?
Wait, you brought me up one
I
story.
come here when I need to get away. Be alone with my thoughts.
Why is there an extra chair then?
Ought to sit, mull through some shit yourself.
Thanks, Misty. You were right. Choice spot. So what did Jackie decide up here?
Oh, you know,
Press F simulator.
gonna be a legend in this city. And I'm gonna leave you alone now. Take your time.
Fucking scared me, know that? Thought you were on your way out.
No, I'm still here.
For now. You know, should call anyone you want to say goodbye to.
Worst case scenario. That what you expect?
No. But whatever you decide, risk's gonna be high. If things don't go our way. Just fucking do it. Anyone you gotta talk to, now's the time. Pills can wait.
Arasaka, brainwash, secure your soul,
Goodbyes.
feel the chemistry.
You do you. Come a long way to get here, haven't we? Just think. It all started in a fucking landfill.
Then you tried to kill me.
I tried, 6-Oct didn't work.
Exactly what I mean. Here we are now, together, soaking in this vista of Night City. My only regret's that I won't get to see how it all ends.
You're the one who rejects the only option we got left.
Cooperating with monsters like them, anything's better.
Dialogue options ready, chat? Here's my decision process. I can choose F.
I think it's worth taking a chance on Arasaka.
The fuck was that? God, how you so fucking stubborn?
Inherited your finer traits.
Maybe it's based on our previous decisions.
You absolutely sure? No going back on this, you know.
No, we're not finishing Panam's questline. I don't care at all about her.
Yeah, just don't freak out.
Honestly, couldn't give a gnat's shit. Got a feeling you're gonna regret this decision. And the moment that dawns, I won't be there to help.
Could be my last ride this. If it don't work out, just want to be there for it. Where?
I don't like you. You're a useless sod.
Koshi.
You're a fucking despicable human being.
Johnny?
Why are we acting like I care? Don't care.
Okay, just me now.
At last,
Your offer. I accept.
you took your time. In the interim, Yorinobu has made his move.
What do you mean?
My brother has made me his guest at his residence in North Oak.
Locked you in.
Yes, his people watch over me for my safety.
Sounds bad. What now?
We can delay no longer. I must leave this place. I need your help to do so. Where are you?
At Victor's, my Ripper dock, back behind a small shop called Misty's Esoterica.
I will send someone for you. They will drive you to the residence. Then we shall visit my brother together at the Arasaka Tower.
Alright. Finish this up. Oh. Should have chosen the second option so it would have ended sooner. I don't know what the options lead to. Fully rowboat. Nice. Nice. Okay.
Is that you, V? Or...
Yeah, it's me.
so what now?
Waiting for my driver.
Come inside. We'll wait together.
Who do we have here, huh?
That's Mr. Brightman. We found the poor guy in the trash behind the clinic. I think he misses Jackie.
Unlikely.
Ain't alone.
Since you have to wait, Mind if I give you a reading?
Nothing would please me more.
Sure, why not?
Some believe uncertainty is an evil that should be dispelled through divination. Others claim it's change that is evil. But that isn't true either. Every minute of every day, we each become someone new. We shouldn't fear change itself, but only who we might change into. Knowing one's path is most important. I devised this layout especially for you and Johnny. Your future is his future, and vice versa.
Okay, I'm ready.
We'll start with you, V. The Fool.
What a surprise.
Let's dig deeper to find its meaning here. The Fool symbolizes the start of a journey, the announcement of something new. It's the
F.
inner child, curious of the world, but also naive and reckless.
That's accurate, but really vague.
Sounds a lot like the V I first met. The Magician. A person of great talent and charisma. A leader.
Sounds like Johnny.
The card is reversed. That can mean a tendency toward addiction, mental instability.
Okay, definitely Johnny. He is one great disturbance.
I'll do a recap at the end.
Cards are about
Talk
your
about what I think
futures.
about the game. I think we're getting real close now.
The Devil.
Got another deck lying around? A cheerful one?
This is no joke, V.
No,
An
it's tarot
inverted
cards.
devil symbolizes subjugation, losing control, aggression, evil, a power struggle. Whatever you're planning, treat this as a warning.
Okay. And Johnny's?
The Moon.
Whoa, that doesn't sound too bad, right?
I don't know, V. The Moon is mystery.
I don't know, Guatemala's. Guatemala's for them.
I think that's for you.
Sweet. Goodbye, Misty.
Wait, is that an Arasaka stretch?
That's right.
But, V, they killed Jackie and now you're working for them?
Still don't get it, do you? Jackie died because we made a terrible fucking decision. And the rest, just plain consequences.
You had burned the last couple bridges.
Cards weren't lying. You've changed. And my senses tell me it's for the worse.
See ya.
V, it's good to meet again. You look like shit.
I feel like shit.
Lovely little
It's getting worse.
I'm sorry to hear this. We should go.
Go we shall. Possibly. Maybe.
Wait a minute. When we last saw one another, we spoke of a construct in your head that could influence your decision-making. The same construct that, in its former life, detonated 2 nuclear warheads inside Arasaka Tower. And now you and this construct have volunteered to sort out things in Arasaka.
What is this about?
Has no one told you? Shame. The engram inside is Johnny fucking Silverhand. Recognize the name?
The terrorist?
Yes, but he's suppressed now. With beta blockers. But before I did that, he warned me against working with Arasaka. So tuck your suspicions where the sun don't shine before I start regretting not taking his advice.
That is enough for me.
Really?
Let us go to the car. Hanako-sama is waiting.
He may be satisfied. I will be watching you.
Edge out of this door? No. Fuck me, dude. Alright. Alright.
We are almost there. Why has she not called?
Hanako-sama, they may have cut communication at the residence.
Something has gone wrong.
Reckless driving will not improve the situation.
I'm not your bloody chauffeur! I didn't agree to this.
None of us did, matter of fact.
You are awake.
Don't remember conking out.
Eyes open now. We'll arrive shortly. Weapons at the ready.
Are you mad? We must act natural. Just... everyone be still and calm, and this will all go smoothly. Is everything in order?
No one is allowed onto the estate.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Efficient, effective, good work.
It was F. We had to press F.
What now?
Reasonable.
They won't let us anywhere near her.
We are not here to ask anyone's permission. Hellman, go and bring the AV here. Things will get very messy soon. B, you will come with me.
I am in the bedroom in the central part of the building. Anders, you get the AV. But first, we must neutralize the 4 guards. Takemura, V, is your task clear?
Do we look like that? I don't think we do.
We neutralize.
I will obstruct their communications so that no support arrives.
We will take the left side, through the garden.
The fuck? I think I had a mouse malfunction there. Why did it suddenly start shooting? It's the only thing I can think of. You know, testing if the shotgun's working, I guess.
Be careful.
Are we stealthing? Unfortunate. Just turn the robot off. No. Let's kill them all. Yeah, it probably doesn't matter. It's probably faster, but
So, we must be aware of the mech.
I do occasionally try to pay attention to what it's telling me to do. Just rarely works.
Careful now. There are 5 more guards outside, and a dweller in the garage on the left.
It's gotta be so much simpler just to kill them. Neutralize is pretty ambiguous. Do what that means. Alright, E91C55, definitely want. No, we have a silencer, so I don't have a weapon we can equip it to. Why can't I whistle him? Pretty close to just shooting it. Oh, I just want to hear the end. Or this end. Yes. We'll use these sneaky stairs. That might help. I believe there's still loot around here. Why? Did I craft more quick hands? No. No, I gave up interfacing with the inventory and or weapon system about 4 hours ago, something like that, because it just doesn't matter. It does not matter. I have all the tools I need to beat this game. Like more than enough. What's seeing me right now? Oh, these guys.
Be careful.
Stop moving towards him, dude. He was supposed to get up, mind you. Alright. A lot of guards here. Aren't there supposed to be 4? Oh, it's only the elite guards I'm supposed to neutralize. We just go in shooting?
Negative for intruders.
Do they notice us?
Dude, why is he walking over here? Why are you looking behind you, dude?
Open fire!
They know you are here.
I will reach the shoulder in peace.
Dude, shoot him. Alright, we knew we were gonna do this sooner or later, right?
Be careful.
DM healing pack, shoot the melee guards.
Soldier KIA!
Kill the net runner. That wall apparently can't shoot through, don't know why. I can shoot through every other wall, why not this one?
Alert to you.
Unit down! Shoot!
Still can shoot through walls, still really broken.
Do not charge recklessly. Migoto da. I will go left. The right side is yours.
Soldier KIA!
Need another ping so we can have the OP see all the things. Yeah. Alright, now where are we headed? Neutralize the last of the guards. Don't know where they are, the last of the guards. I guess we have to go fight them. Can't be the mech, right? I don't have to go back and kill the mech for some reason. Any map failing us here? I can go neutralize the mech. It's not going to cost me anything. Got a lot of fucking health. Maybe it's going to cost me something.
Do they notice us?
That is the last of Yorinobu's people. I await him.
Wait me where, dude?
I'm nearing the residence.
Here.
Good. Land by the pool. These people, they simply left me no choice.
I understand. It's come to that every time we've gone into any area in this game so far.
We have a job to do. Need to keep it together for all our sakes.
I need do nothing. It is just that. I believe a war has just begun.
War is a bit much, isn't it? A little loaded word for any Arasaka.
Is that what you believe?
Just counting bodies. You, me, Goro, and Hellman makes 4. Actually, 3.5.
There is Oda too. We will meet him there.
Pretty quick to get back on his feet.
He was provided with excellent care.
Anyway, against all Arasaka and its armies, that's not much.
My brother is not all of Arasaka. Not yet, at least. He knows this well. It is the reason he surrounds himself with criminals like Adam Smasher.
That's supposed to make me feel better. Reality is we're on our own.
My father was on his own, and he built an empire. Please.
It's a nice looking AV. Very comfortable chairs. And randomly, is that for cigarettes? Okay. It's a perk eye component allows you to see lootable bodies through walls. I'm not running very much of anything, so it's probably just basic stuff, honestly. I think I have one optic mod that like enemies that aggro on me are highlighted, I think. And I have ping, and it's like basically all you need.
Early for champagne. But if it helps you calm down, does anyone else have trembling hands?
No need. My hands are fine.
I might beg to differ, V.
Rest of me's up to scratch too.
That is a lie. He faded out in the car.
Just tired.
That is to be expected. Your central nervous system is a shambles. To be honest, it's a miracle you can still walk.
Watch your tone, or it is you who will find it hard to walk.
Enough. We must make haste. Once Yorinobu has been dealt with, we shall attend to your needs.
What do you guys think? About 1,000% chance we die here? Too many powerful players. Too little actual control. We'll see. What is this? No one's talking. What is this slowly? This is building ambience? Hey. You guys want to look out the window, chat? Yeah, we took a blimp.
Did you prepare everything?
Quite.
We just need a crab fight to get us through this moment.
Oh, shit.
Slowly. You can do it. We are almost there.
Job complete. Last caress.
Takemura, gather your force. Every loyal soldier must stand ready.
We shall await your signal.
V, you must come with me. This way.
Probably won't get another chance
To do what?
to fill me in on your plan.
What if I have none?
Don't play dumb with me, Hanako.
That'd be amazing.
You and Takemura had a plan the day of the parade. Moments later, you had nothing. Your plan was in tatters.
Better to start with
And
nothing,
yet
she's saying.
we are here now. Do you know why? Because sometimes you have to look the truth in the eye.
This is
Back
costing me
then,
time.
That is what I did, thanks to you. You have a very
This
honest
is costing me
look.
time.
That's how we're swinging the Arasaka board? You want me to stare at them?
Weapon at the ready.
If my charms don't work, we go for more tried and tested methods. I see what you're getting at.
You have anything to say?
You have yet, to
Costing me time.
as do they all.
I love that we're just going into a
Where are we
board meeting
actually
like this is
going?
gonna solve something.
This is one of Arasaka's most closely guarded secrets.
Hang on, is this?
Father's office, a faithful replica of the original in Tokyo. He ordered one made in every Arasaka branch on the planet. Every last detail, every item, arranged as if he could navigate it blind.
This is costing me time.
That is the way he is, meticulous, fastidious.
Was.
I beg your pardon?
Meant to say was.
Symbols are more resilient than you think.
This is costing me time.
The question is, if the faction leaders remain loyal to Arasaka values, and if they will find the courage to admit their mistake.
Odds of that happening are...
Higher
This is
than you
costing
may
me
think.
time.
Come.
Any thoughts?
We're going down.
I told you. Mikoshi can be accessed only from a room beneath Arasaka Tower. Before we interrupt this board meeting, we must do one more thing.
Huh? Keep getting this weird feeling you're not telling me the whole truth.
Because I am not telling you the whole truth.
Ah, all makes sense
I am
now.
cautious.
Thought you said we trusted each other.
There is trust between us now. That is why you are here. Though earlier, soon after you abducted me, I sought his counsel.
Whose?
Dad's counsel. Construct father.
Father's.
Yeah.
His office is not the only replica he created.
What?
Oh, it's Jedi father.
この人よ。
お前は我が社から盗みを働いた。
Fuck me, Dizzy.
さらには娘の誘拐に加担し、今度は息子を葬り去ろうとしている。荒坂に随分と恨みがあるようだな。
First we say, could have warned me to her.
Give me a heads up.
No, I could not have.
Why?
私が公害を禁じたからだ。
V, you are being disrespectful.
You're costing me time. Where's that option? That should be option 4. Maybe if you get like enough like cool, you could do that.
Why I'm out here?
お前を自らの目で見てみたかった。
Because
ごくありふれた人間が時に重要な役割を担う。運命のいたずらとでも言うべきか。生と死。
Life, death, the time.
ガラスがある。私たちの使命はその境界を限りなく薄くすることだ。お前はそのプロセスの一部となった。感謝しなくてはな。
thanks won't be near enough.
心配するな。しかるべき代償
Compensated appropriately? That's very ominous.
始めろ。
お父様。It is done. We may go.
Let's get out of here.
The fuck did we just do? We just learned that Robo Dad's still alive? But what? I mean, what else did we just do there?
Johnny. Fuck no. Not now.
It won't be much longer, V. Will you stay with us?
We're on weaker by the minute. We gotta hurry.
Indeed we do. Dire moments are upon us.
Those look nasty.
You got a good memory for faces, Oda.
V is with us.
Of course, Hanako-sama.
Is it just these?
The rest are in position, ready to do as instructed. These are the most effective by match and loyal.
To me or to my money?
Does it matter?
I would say it's 20% to 80, Hanako-sama.
Very well. It will
Wait.
have to do.
Why would she care about that? Shouldn't it be to me or to my brother? To me or to the family? To me or to the corporation? What does the money have to do with this?
In on what?
Saburo's comeback. Just spoke to his construct.
Oh no, jumping's disabled.
He digitized his engram. Made copies. In case he died.
No, he would have told me.
Why? So you take your job as his bodyguard lightly?
Aryan.
Feel that, Goro? Night City just gave you another kick in the nuts. Running start this time.
If we
Valeria.
cannot convince them, we could lose control of the situation.
Then what? Need me to neutralize them too?
Keep your weapon at hand. And
She's
do
like,
not
maybe.
utter a word until I ask you to. No matter what happens, you must trust me.
Why would I ever trust this woman?
Archipelago, you know, so there are other
Oh my god.
I am late. Apologies.
Hanako, what are you doing here?
My brother, where is he?
He told us to start without him.
Uh-oh. The board's gonna blow up.
Then, begin without him, we shall.
Can't jump up onto the table.
The removal of Yorinobu from his position as CEO of Arasaka.
Did I hear you correctly?
There's this random board member.
What are you doing? You cannot... Hanako. I believe you owe us an explanation.
V, this is your seat.
I will hear that. Plant your ass somewhere else.
Yeah. I get this seat. You get the high chair on the back.
This is outrageous.
Much obliged.
Yorinobu murdered my father, and exploited his death to justify his warmongering. And you knew of this. All of you.
Fascinating.
Careful what you say.
Yes, indeed. Worse than nothing else. Is this all you have?
I have an eyewitness.
It's true, all of it. Saw it with my own eyes.
What did you see?
I saw Yorinobu strangle Saburo Arasaka.
More interesting with each minute.
I can confirm this.
Says a wanted man.
A serious accusation, admittedly. But nothing more.
If our testimony is not enough, perhaps you will listen to my father.
How would the construct know?
Arasaka-sama.
赤子のようにまんまと騙されたか、日和見主義に走ったが、いずれにせよ、彼にも役員である者たちがなんと情けない。
This? Is this to convince us? Ah, magic trick.
マヘッド、お前がミリテクとの全面戦争を憂慮していたとき、私はこう言ったはずだ。お前には3つのものが欠けている。自信。
You lack 3 things: confidence, intelligence, and a dick.
Arasaka-sama,
見たところ、あれから何も変わっていないようだな。
It's him.
Knows about
Arasaka-sama, what is your command?
the accident.
花子の指示に従え、花子の発する言葉は全て私の言葉同然だ。
Yes, in the future, where everyone has these constructs available, the company makes them. You can do friggin' anything. They're just gonna buy it from a hologram telling them that. That's the least convincing part of this so far.
What the hell's happening?
Clearly, someone objects.
Who activated the lockdown?
Is it you? Is this your doing, Hanako? To lock us in here so we devour each other like rats in a cage?
Hear that?
Have you brought more of this filth from the street? I
Look what we have here.
We knew it was gonna come to this, didn't we?
He's really going for it.
Elite squads. He saw.
Neutralize us.
Back away.
I did not believe it would go to such lengths.
Take a good look at yourself.
Talk to Hanoku.
You must find my brother.
I will find. I was hoping to find a blue sniper rifle.
From there, you can reach Yorinobu's floor.
Hanako-sama, I can be of assistance.
So be it.
I like how the minute I need to go into combat, I'm fine.
You are to capture him, nothing more. He is still my brother. If you harm a hair on his head, our agreement will be void.
I will cover her.
始めなさい。
Go! Takemura-san, V,
建物全体よ。
I wish you the best of luck.
それでいい。兄の部下が一人残らず降伏するまでよ。報告を待ってるわ。
Danger ahead. さあ、かかってこい。
Things are really hard for me to kill. Wonder if it's the damage type. Alright, E9 1C. CD 1CBD. Right. Yeah. I'm just hacking into it so I can do that. That's what we did last time to kill it as well, as we short-circuited it. I don't understand why. I thought Short Circuit was supposed to do more damage to those things, but not full damage. And I thought it was based on missing health. It's... convenient to have a one-hit kill, I guess, on the quick hack. Where am I getting open fire on? No. Why does he have a baton? We're having a gunfight here. What are you doing with that baton? They blocked down the facility except the elevator.
I was wrong about Yorinobu. The Arasaka bore his own sister. He's not simply deceitful, he is insane.
Won't be long now. We'll nab him.
Oh, you think he's gonna spit me out and insta-kill me again?
They await my orders. What should I tell them? An open attack?
Can't be nice. Not anymore. We attack full force.
Good. Very good. A fight to the death. No prisoners.
She'll kill us for this, but I'm okay with that outcome. Beat's trying to stealth around the end of this game right now.
Listen, we must take the atrium. Weapons ready. Fire at will. Shoot! I have eaten.
Oh, finally. A harder one. For the first time in the entire game. It's fitting that it's at the last point in the game, right? Or a larger grid, I'm not even sure it's harder. 1-5, 1C 5-5. BD 5-5. BD, it's good enough. Okay. We'll just stand out in the open and sniper rifle people. Didn't die. Need to get some healing.
Keep moving.
Got a problem. They've disabled all the elevators.
Oh no!
My people
Our
will take back the control
final
shortly.
weakness.
Go to the lift in the middle on level 3. Quickly.
To die in battle because of damn the elevator.
Probably all sorts of goodies here, but I think I gave up looting.
I see the stairs open.
He's attacking here!
Imagine trying to sneak through this. Oh shit, not standing in cover. Those two really bad shots. This guy moving a little bit as we shoot him makes him quite a bit harder than every other opponent who just stands still and gets shot. You lose ping? I lost ping there.
Keep it together. Ah, how hungry.
Shut these off already, man.
We're being attacked!
I want. Yeah, I'm gonna give you guys a game review after this, or at least a summary of my thoughts on this game. I keep thinking we're like done here, but we keep having to fight one more combat. Yeah, I guess we could also assign level ups. We've got 4 of them. Do you guys want to end the game with 4 level ups? Yeah. I think it's fitting.
The lockdown has been lifted. Be very careful. Your numbers men are certain to be in position. I will join you once we have the situation under control.
2067. An Arasaka bodyguard shields the Emperor of Japan from an assassin's bullet. 2071. Arasaka security forces prevent mass riots
Kind of
in
worry.
San Francisco.
Not really. I'll explain. There's parts that are really cool about this game and parts that are really, really unfortunate. I keep waiting for the end. We'll see.
A string of attacks and executing those responsible.
Take cover!
You have received death runner support.
I think that's the first time we've been flashbanged. I like how it didn't actually flashbang us.
My brother's most capable men guard it. You know what to do.
Get ready. Yorinobu employs some exceptional.
Well, they haven't met me yet.
My netrunners have dealt with the doors. You can keep moving.
I'm surprised those grenades did such work.
As if they were gonna make this easy.
Your mate is
Oh, hey.
Adam Smasher! I fucking knew it! Trust me, I know.
I cannot manage alone.
so very human and disgusting. Mercy is disgusting.
I will grasp your hate through heart.
Shit, there's other ones. Bad time to reload. Can we reload?
It is angry. The beast is angry.
God damn it, can I stop missing? I can't track. Totally full. Oh shit. No, I didn't see the fucking melee dude as I'm sitting there. I'm like standing there. Ugh. Alright, let's hope the last checkpoint is like right here because I don't want to move through that again. Yeah. Yeah, NPCs all have plot armor all the way through, which is kind of okay, but kind of annoying.
You have received netrunner support.
What the fuck is that gun? Why did my sight look suddenly look different?
There is a large room ahead. You know what to do. My brother's most capable men guard it.
Alright. Did we take a combat perk for this final fight, or do we make a point by not doing that? I think we just can just hit him with whatever.
Haven't met me yet.
My netrunners have dealt with the doors. You can keep moving.
I think I'm gonna try it again without assigning points. I don't think I need to.
Your mate is
Adam Smasher! I fucking knew it!
Where's my gun?
Trust me, I know.
What the fuck is my weapon? Game. 1 3. Okay, there we go. Finally, it's got like animation locked or something from the cutscene. It's like a truck, man.
Are you built to endure?
Oh, I missed this.
This weapon has a dot on it, so just hitting him does damage over time. It's gonna be a boring fight like this. All the enemies have been melee. All the big enemies. He just missed his jump. Yeah, he did. What happened to Takamura? Is he dead? Ooh, that almost killed me. One good round on his gun, I guess. We reload already?
You won't leave here alive.
I'd like to leave here alive, though.
Come here.
That's reinforcement time. We've done that earlier. There's a lot more damage, huh? Dude, that dot is so good. Adam again? Looks like yes. Rocket's hurt. Fucking rockets, man. I just reloaded. Really? None of those hit? What? Hit him like 5 times right there. Did he bug out? Did he stop moving? Okay.
He's weak. End him. It's time now. Or never.
Adam Smasher. Finally. Done and gone.
Side Smasher's fate, optional. Mm-hmm. We decided. We killed him. Talk to him. Why? He, like...
What's your take, Johnny? Son of a bitch. It's basically scrap. Suppose it'll have to do. And Smasher, don't bother trying to get up. You pile of junk.
Mercy for this thing?
No.
It's never too late. Something to think about.
Okay.
How about that, Johnny? That was for you.
Rightly so. He did not deserve mercy.
No, that'd be an interesting fight if occasionally your guy just fell over.
Almost there.
I am as well. Remember, do not harm a hair on his head.
I remember. Privilege is all yours.
I will stay here.
Neither of those things are helpful.
If I go through that door, I will kill him. Any agreement?
Violent delights with violence. You?
Why is he sitting on the floor
Where's my sister?
with no pants on?
Be here. Any second
Unexpected
now.
turn of events.
Until then,
Is this a seduction?
I'm supposed to watch you. So don't try anything.
What would I try? I have tried everything. Nothing else remains.
This you won't need.
Just one bullet left.
God, it would be amazing if we pulled
It's
out
not
like a
for you.
pair of underwear and be like, "But this you will need," and we just like hand it to him.
Look. What do you see?
I don't know. What do I see?
Terror and deaths that could have been avoided.
Avoided.
You lost.
It is they who have lost. Kyoto. Dubai. Paris. These people had a chance today, but they lost it.
A chance? A chance for what?
To forget their fear.
This how you want to help people forget their fear? By killing them. Sorry. Just don't get it.
Fear. Ever since I can remember, the one thing I cannot deny him. He knew how to cause fear in people.
Saburo.
He once told me anything of value is only a flag blowing in wind. And wind is fear. And then, you know what he did? Blew in my face. That was the one time he was wrong. And others? It worked on them. They feared him. Even now, you saw. Idiots terrified of a dead man talking from a box. Pathetic. I would change that. If only you did not appear.
Wouldn't have changed a damn thing. You're exactly like him. All you want is power.
Power? Huh. Truly, power? 50 years ago, terrorists blew this building into smoke.
Yeah, so I heard.
And? What did it give us?
Not much.
Nothing. But I learned lesson. If planting bombs not enough, what can you do? You become bomb. Hanako.
兄さん
Time for you to put your big boy pants on.
世界が崩れ去るときは必ずお前がそこにいる。
やめて人の前よ I thank you, V. That will be all.
Not all. Not yet.
I will keep my end of our agreement. You will go with Hellman.
And you...
I must stay with my brother.
Okay, it's kind of a vibe they're giving off there.
To look to your problem. Fate is a fickle mistress, isn't she?
Say what now?
You spend your whole life fighting something, only to become that very same thing.
Take one last trip is how it says when I click on the elevator. What do you think? Should we go cross the bridge to the light? Did you say transfer minus 90k? Hold W. Press F.
It worked. I did it. Johnny, Hanako kept her word.
Looking at you now reminds me of the moment we met. Still see that same small-time merc, little thief with his head in the clouds. Haven't changed a bit.
Seen plenty of Johnny Silverhand by now. And you know what? The whole pissed at the world rebel warrior front you got going. Not falling for it anymore.
Uncanny. Here I stand, looking at an old pic of myself back in the day. Rogue, Alt, others. Abandoned them all. And now here's you, abandoning me, abandoning yourself.
What the hell you mean by that?
Biochip did more than just blend our memories. That line that kept V and Silverhand separate, well, faded a while back.
I'm still here. I know what I want, and I know where I came from.
I. Who's this I? You even know?
I'm the V who chose to live.
Same drive that kept Silverhand going his whole life.
What? Silverhand was
That
suicidal.
drive, two thoughts. Never look back. Never look to those around you. Just keep moving. Look ahead. Stare death straight in the eye.
You're not the only rebel around here.
And I'm not the only one to have missed the bigger picture. We're a tangled web, you and me. One and the same. So if you're here to tell me something, it's because you need to hear it yourself.
This is it, Johnny. I just came to say goodbye, that's all. Listen.
Eyeball
I'm on an
itches.
operating table getting sliced open. Arasaka docs are taking the chip out as we speak. I mean, you knew it'd end this way. That the day would come when I'd want to be normal again. Want my life back.
Normal's overrated. If it exists at all. They're cutting a piece of us out, and that'll leave a hole forever.
That was the deal.
That was the deal we made. I'd stay, you'd go.
Deal was to fight, side by side, have each other's backs.
And we did that, we won.
Better to die on your feet than live on your knees. You sold a part of yourself, of us, to a megacorp. Was it really worth it?
If you're all paranoid about being thrown in another Arasaka prison, don't be. They're gonna shred you.
You're never gonna get it. It's not about Arasaka.
I'm tired of this guy.
Not even about life and death.
No, it's you who doesn't get it.
No, it's you who doesn't understand. Always been lost. And if anyone near you had their shit figured out, you couldn't stand it. Alt, Rogue, Carry, all of them.
Different times. I've changed.
Dirty bomb, destructive Johnny. Bringing everyone and everything around him to ruin in the name of his death wish.
Yep.
Not about to be your next victim. I've got a life to live.
Sure, yeah. But what's it worth?
I don't want to drag this out. Just see you around, Johnny. And thanks for everything. If not for you, I'd be long dead. Several times over.
What do you think? This guy gonna let us go?
Remember what Dex asked you? Quiet life or blaze of glory?
Sure, I remember.
I remember what we answered though.
Shame you chose wrong. Damn shame.
In addition, numerous brain functions remain dormant. The neural impulses have been rerouted to the neural processor, a temporary measure.
When can I expect a full report?
I will send it by the end of this week.
My congratulations again on your success. Goodbye.
Please prepare the patient's room.
Having trouble remembering how I got here.
Some memories you have lost permanently. Others will return in time. You must stay calm. Your neural processor is overburdened. Any unnecessary stress response will only make things worse.
Am I still V? I died. Twice,
Everything is in order.
No. Who am I?
Please take the patient away. Notepad. Progression and its further trajectory remain unclear. Removing the tumors proved a difficult task.
Tumors.
But the operation on the engram was the real challenge.
Let's go.
is the ship of Theseus, dismantled into component parts and reassembled, still the same ship. We are pioneers, the first to ever separate mentally conjoined twins. Yes, in the end, even the human soul can go under the knife. End of note.
When in Kyoto, I hear the cuckoo calling and long for Kyoto. Huh? Please rest. A doctor will be with you shortly.
Oh, I should have looked in the mirror. Fuck. Do it in a minute. Do it when we wake up, maybe? If we wake up.
Come here. Waiting for you.
Or fucking Johnny, huh?
WNS News has been notified of a breaking story. Saburo Arasaka lives once more, though now in the body of his son. The CEO was reported dead months ago, but now it's been revealed that a copy of his consciousness was made before his death. It appears his consciousness was used to override that of his son and heir Yorinobu Arasaka. This shocking development was revealed at a press conference earlier today.
皆さん、いらっしゃい。祖父はよく、枯れ落ちた花は枝に戻らないと言っていました。人は誰も物心ついた瞬間から死を恐れるものです。
Man, feels like they just have immortal robots in this world. They can just transfer consciousness around like this. Why bother with the biological?
サブロー・アラサカは今息子の体を使い皆さんの前に立っています。私はかつて頼信に生を与えました。彼は愛する父のためにそれを返してくれたのです。私のいない間、頼信は会社を変革しようといくつかの決定を下しましたが、これは過ちでした。私の指揮のもと、荒坂社は元の姿を取り戻します。決して揺らぐことのない強い荒坂が帰ってくることを約束いたします。ご清聴ありがとうございました。
Today is truly a historic day. Today, technology has fulfilled the promise left empty by religion. Saburo-sama, makoto ni omedetou.
Please get ready. Testing will begin shortly.
No, good morning. No, got some good news for you.
We must complete a series of tests. Please do not hinder or delay. Parietal lobe examination.
Yeah, I'm thinking of it, 6-0.
Please use your Kiroshi scanner and read the displayed text.
Just displayed text where?
And it was a sight to behold, he said, how a soul would choose its life.
Alright, not a big reader.
Sometimes pitiable, sometimes laughable, at times wonderful and strange.
That's enough. Cognitive function test. Solve the cube.
Hit F. Snatch it from us? Oh, man.
Please link yourself to the device. Higher order representation formation, initiating test. The patient is ready to be examined.
What are these tests meant to test?
Initiate device calibration. Respond to the keywords. No thinking, just the first word that comes to mind. Journey.
Odyssey.
Home.
The city.
Enemy.
Death.
Principal.
I don't know.
Betrayal.
The city.
You're in a cornfield. Tall, green plants as far as the eye can see. The sun is bright, blinding. The stalks of corn part as you walk forward. You come across a clearing left by an automated combine in its wake.
What's this test for anyway?
It tests your level of empathy. The heat has made your mouth dry and sticky. You spot a rodent's nest at your feet. The machine has torn through the soft soil. You spot blind, newborn field mice around their mother. The machine has left her sliced in two. They lie in perfect symmetry, a tiny rodent rosette. Your mouth begins to water.
What's wrong with me?
Your mouth
A
begins to
shadow
water?
gradually falls over the ground. The first rain cloud of the year. Yes, right. Measurements complete.
How'd I do?
Good talk.
We will see. Motor function test. Please step onto the treadmill.
Was it a Blade Runner test? I remember the Android tests from Blade Runner, but I don't remember what they said in them. I remember them being kind of weird.
Motor function test. Please connect to the device.
What's this test all about?
Thanks to Joe. You too, man.
Please walk.
One more month
Gradually
for special
accelerate.
Anniversary, haha, thanks so much for the content. And have a great holiday.
What's this supposed to prove?
Filthy.
I already know I can walk.
We must complete a series of tests. Please do not hinder or delay.
Shit.
Get up.
See, thanks for pointing that out, chat. I didn't really remember that reference at all.
You can't stay here.
We'll talk about it all after H4. We're almost done here.
Welcome to N54 News. I'm Jillian Jordan. The world remains gripped by the revelation that Saburo Arasaka has returned from the dead in the body of his son, Yorinobu Arasaka. A letter of protest regarding the apparent resurrection has been signed by religious leaders, human rights groups, and Virtue 100 company CEOs.
This is an abomination born of unchecked vanity, technocratic arrogance, complete moral collapse.
Our position is clear. Saburo Arasaka's seizure of power is in violation of international law. International arbitration is absolutely necessary to...
Do we really want to live in a world where the rich and powerful can become immortal? Where they can continue to take from the poor? Not only their livelihoods, but even their You are gods! You are gods! You are gods! You are gods! Life is not for trade! Life is not...
But Saburo Arasaka has issued his response in similarly strong terms. There will be no appeasement.
荒坂社内部の出来事に関して外部の方々にとやかく言われる筋合いはありません。生を受けることに許可が必要ない以上、蘇ることも同様であると考えるべきです。私が息子を殺めたなどという主張は事実無根。法的根拠もありません。
Go much weight.
贈与は一種の寄付に分類することができ、殺人には到底値しません。殺人の条件は生物学的な死です。見ての通り、この体は
Please get ready. Testing will begin shortly.
Like 9/10 interactive right now. Interactive film, rather.
Any results from the tests you already did?
It's going on forever, too.
No, we are not done yet. Today we begin a new series of tests.
Fine. Hit me. Let's get this done.
Cognitive function test. Solve the cube.
F. 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 F.
Next test, please connect your personal link.
F.
Higher order representation formation, initiating test. The patient is ready to be examined.
F.
Let's start this thing.
Device calibration. Please respond to each keyword with your initial association.
As quick as I can, no thinking, got it.
Illness.
Me.
Rebellion.
Johnny.
Johnny.
I. Me.
Transformation.
Transformation.
F.
The present.
Nothing. I don't know.
None of
The
those.
future.
No idea.
Weird that it auto times out for these. Consider it its hell. But it doesn't seem
You're in
like
a
hell.
cornfield. Tall green plants.
If they keep repeating the
as
same
far as
fucking
the
shit,
eye
it will
can
be,
see.
though.
The sun is in your eyes, bright, blinding.
Oh my god.
The stalks of corn part as you walk forward. You come across a clearing left by an automated combine in its wake.
The heat's made your mouth dry and sticky. You spot a rodent's nest at your feet.
The machine is torn through the soft soil. You spot blind, newborn field mice.
Scanner Darkly
around their
vibes
mother.
for now.
The machine has left her sliced in two. They lie in perfect symmetry, a tiny rodent rosette. Your mouth begins to water.
The shadow gradually covers the ground, the first rain cloud of the year.
Measurements complete. We will now move on to the motor function test. Please step onto the treadmill.
Why do I have to interact with this, man? Speed this up by like 300%. You get the same vibe. Montage it maybe.
Motor function test. Personal link.
Really aced it last time.
Yeah, is that a bug or is he now just hallucinating when he pulls these out and there's no thing anymore?
Treadmill. Testing concluded for today. Communications have been unlocked. You may now phone home. Earth.
Call the people close to you. No one close to us. Lie down. Running tests. Alright, me as the player is getting bored with this sequence.
Cognitive function test. Solve the cube.
F. 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 F.
Over the past several weeks, tensions between Arasaka Corp and Militech escalated to troubling levels. Many pundits and analysts warned of a possible outbreak of armed conflict. The exacerbation of tensions was heightened when Yorinobu Arasaka assumed leadership following his father's death and accused Militech of his murder. However, in an unexpected shift, the return of Saburo Arasaka appears to have diffused the situation between the rival megacorporations.
This game didn't have enough time for exposition, really. We needed to do it at the end too, like this slowly.
焦って変化を求めすぎました。私が敵味方両者に解き続けてきた教訓。完璧なものを変える必要はない。これが真理なのです。以上となります。
Saburo Arasaka and NUS President Rosalind Myers have agreed to meet in person to lay the groundwork for a lasting peace. A first step of goodwill was taken today as the Arasaka CEO withdrew from Night City 15 armored vehicles from the company.
Hey, listen. These tests gonna go on much longer?
We need very precise data.
Can't stand this anymore.
F.
Cognitive function test.
Holy shit.
Solve the cube.
F.
Place it up.
This is what I'm saying. Why didn't we montage like 10 minutes ago?
Words. No thinking. Just the first word that comes to mind. Loyalty.
Nope, had enough.
No. Want to talk to Hanako Arasaka.
Please respond to each term with the first thing that comes to mind.
Quick as I can, no thinking, right?
Humanity.
Enough. No more tests. I refuse to take any.
Please step onto the treadmill.
Oh, I should have known that. Fuck.
As quickly as you can, without thinking about it. V.
No.
Yeah, exactly. 6 o'clock.
Cognitive function test.
How much longer do I have to do this for?
Solve the cube.
Fuck, no, enough. I've had it. Fucking hate this place.
Tarot card acquired. The devil. Vent your frustration. Optional. Go to sleep. Yes, pull it down. Alright. Frustration vented. Go to sleep. All of these.
Just as you did when I found you in the rubbish. Get up.
F. F.
Takamura, what are you doing here?
I have come to speak with you. They have kept you here in this cell for days? It is barbaric.
Come all the way here to take me home?
They asked me to speak with you.
Fine. So what is it you gotta tell me?
I am sorry to say it is not good. I will be blunt. The surgery did not help. You will be dead before winter.
Yeah.
Fuck!
Oh, I read that as
Accept the
fuck.
truth, then listen to what I say. There are options.
What are you talking about? Trusted you all once already. You let me down.
You may join the Secure Your Soul program. Hanako Arasaka has agreed to it. You will leave your body. Arasaka will store your engram in Mikoshi until a way is found to transfer it to a new body.
Store? Can't I get a new body right off?
With technology as it is now.
What are you talking
this
about?
is
They
impossible.
just did it with the leader.
Seemed pretty damn possible for
Yeah.
Saburo Arasaka.
He returned in his son's body. Tissue
Tissue
compatibility
compatibility.
made things easier.
Bullshit.
Yet your phenotype, thanks to the chip, is unique. Arasaka cannot provide a suitable body at this time.
Nope. Doesn't sound good at all to me. I agree to this, and they'll do whatever they want with me.
No, it's
There
not
will be
reasonable
a
at all.
contract to protect you. Sign it, and you will live. It is written here that you relinquish all
Fuck
rights,
after.
but do not worry. The law is simply behind the times, and Ingram is not legally a person.
So I get to be corporate property first.
Like many brain-dance stars and politicians from
Here,
what
sign
I
away
know,
all your rights. Don't worry though.
program is a success. There have been no complaints.
And if I say no?
This is not a prison. You will take your things and return to Night City. Why you? I would sign, but the choice is yours. Think it through carefully.
We die or we do this. Well, we made all the decisions about surviving, so we'll continue to make all the decisions about surviving.
Don't want to die.
Yep.
A good choice. The Engram station is ready for you. We should not wait for your condition to worsen.
Gonna see each other again?
I believe we will.
So, see you.
Visit me in Kagawa. I will show you what is real food.
Alright, chance we can
Hey,
finish this
what's
up.
your name?
Hajime.
Hajime, let me ask you something. What would you say to a person who walked right into their greatest foe's jail to save their life?
I would say, alright. But do not forget the way home.
Is that we're holding? No. Rip. You guys know we had brown eyes? I didn't.
Oh.
Pressing of an ending? I want to chat about it after. I'm trying to get to the end. Oh, we're at the end.
Looking from way up there. She as pretty as they say? Or is that just another lie? Listen, don't forget, your implants were made for Earth gravity. Could start acting up in orbit. What I'm trying to say is, don't ignore any error warnings, okay? And when you're back, I mean, if you come back.
All right. Wow. Okay. Where to start? So, pros of this game. It's huge. It's fairly well done. I encountered basically no game-breaking bugs, one or two that required a reload or something like that. Especially in the beginning, it was really fun. Tons of systems that look like they could be a blast. The idea, I haven't had like a fun cyber modding game since probably since Deus Ex that I've played and enjoyed, right? Things like implants, weapon systems, changing the way your character behaves with these types of things. Like the intro to this game was awesome. Like playing through it, I'm like, wow, all these cool things. The big problem for me was nothing mattered. Not a goddamn thing mattered. It didn't matter what weapons I chose. I was more than capable of the task always. It didn't matter what difficulty I chose. It didn't matter if I crafted or looted or sold or took side gigs. It didn't matter if I snuck or killed people. It doesn't matter, like there's no faction hand standing, so there's no penalty to shooting a bunch of this one faction in the face and walking around the corner and that faction is neutral with you. Everything I did as a player was zero agency, and I think that was like highlighted at the end here, right? Which is I'm sitting there as a player hitting F, and that's my interaction with the fucking game. And that is excruciating. So what this ended up becoming essentially was a animated like storybook, right? Like I get to hear their plot line delivered to me through a series of fairly well voice acted, fairly decently designed cutscenes, but with the pretense that my decisions were making. My dialogue options really didn't matter. Yeah, I mean, there might be small changes from your background, very small changes from your background, very small changes from your decisions, but basically it doesn't really impact anything. And I hate games where I'm left with this lack of player agency, like feeling like nothing I did had any impact on the outcomes of what's happening. The game's too easy. There's their attempt to give you multiple solutions to every issue, either by forcing it or like sneaking in or jumping up to it, really falls apart when what you end up doing is stumbling into each of those accidental successes rather than feeling like you're challenged or doing something. You don't need to specialize. You don't even need to assign skill points on this. Like all of those things together left like a really bad taste in my mouth in terms of the gameplay experience with this, right? So again, like there's a billion side quests. The city's huge. There's a million things I could do in there. But it really became readily clear straight off the, well, not straight off the bat, after like maybe like 20 hours of play, like it didn't matter to do those. Why bother doing those? Why explore this area when everything is just a repetitive feeling every time I go into something? It's not true. You're saying that without even knowing what other outcomes there are. It is true because nothing I did impacted this. Yeah, you're going to get a slightly different storyline outcome, Kijin, but that's not my point. That's not the point I'm making. Nothing impacts the actual success or failure of this game, right? It doesn't matter if I screw up my build. It doesn't matter if I shoot the random people at random times. It doesn't matter if I sneak, stealth kill, or don't bother, or start one and do the other. It doesn't matter if I took cool or int or whatever the other fucking stat points were. It didn't matter if I took a rifle spec or a shotgun spec. It doesn't change anything. All of these things end up with the same results player-wise. So if you enjoy the gameplay, That's fine. You just play through the gameplay because of the gameplay. But the problem is the gameplay is really easy. So it left me that I feel like essentially when I'm fighting these fights, I'm just pressing F2, right? Like I'm just clicking through a fight that really doesn't require any interaction from me. And it just leaves me disengaged and boring. I'm disengaged and bored. So I don't know. I thought Act 1 was really cool. They introduced all these systems that looked like they were going to be super cool. The modding system seems really nice. The brain dance system seemed cool. I did count them, two brain dances in this entire fucking playthrough. Why bother including that for that? You know, like, it just doesn't matter, any of these things. So if you're engaged enough by essentially a visual storytelling medium with a little bit of kind of mediocre combat, and there you go. This is probably good for you, but didn't do anything for me. I had the first fight I had was super fun, right? It took me like 15 reloads or something to get through it. And it turns out because we were just essentially under-leveled, under-geared. But it felt really good. It felt like, oh my god, I have to use all 3 weapon systems in there. Like all 3 weapons that were equipped, I had to cycle through them without reloading because I didn't have time to reload, spamming grenades, spamming healing kits, running all the time, diving and running, blah, 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 right? Super cool. It turns out that was the only fight in the game like that. Because afterwards, after a little bit, you just outscale that super hard. So I don't know what to say. All of the systems are here for a good game, but I feel like I say this on like half the games I end up playing, right? Which is the systems are there, but they don't actually tie into making the game any better. And I don't know, there's just, you know, I really hated too the lack of character decisions mattering, right? Like dialogue options, like restricted to like 2 or 1, and most of the time those didn't matter. So most of the times I just get railroaded super hard in every single scenario I'm going through. And maybe there's slight variance in that, but man, didn't feel like it. Let's see. Kijin says, Kijin seems very hostile about this. Take it you like the game. I think you hurt your story experience by main issue of the I think you hurt your story experience by main issue of this game, in my opinion, where gameplay stops being engaging, starts being too easy. I don't know what you mean. So you rush story and skip stuff that gives other consequences, so on, but of course it's the game's fault. It's the game's fault. The systems are bad in this game. The game is too easy, and the systems because of that suffer massively. What is the point of choosing the orange button or the green button if they both do the exact same thing when you press them? There's no point to it. There's no player agency in this game at all. What you do doesn't matter. And that, for me, kills the gameplay experience. It's, again, if you are content watching a movie, essentially, where you hit F from time to time, cool. Because that's what you're doing. Yeah, no need to craft, no need to stealth, no need to build builds, no need to choose, make decisions that matter, no need to protect NPCs, no need to actually stealth or not stealth. You just... It became very clear very rapidly. I mean, like, take for example, like the getting different vehicles kind of side of things, right? None of the vehicles matter. It doesn't matter if I have a vehicle or not have a vehicle. So I have 55 options of vehicles, or probably more than that, probably hundreds of vehicles in this game that don't matter. But why am I doing side quests? Why do players do side quests? Because they're interesting? These side quests weren't interesting. They're just kind of generic, kind of like smashing group. They're just generic, like, things in a cybertech city to do. Level ups? The levels don't matter. Weapon decisions? Gear? Money? None of this matters. You know, like, I hated the weapon systems too. Like, not the individual weapons. The individual weapons were fairly fun. Like, they were really cool. I hated how they progressed. All right, I've got a gun. The gun is something I'm interested in, and I can mod it and upgrade it and buy and you know, I put mods on it and attachments, and then I upgrade it with my crafting skill. And then the next fight I get, the guy drops something that's twice as good at it. Like, just right there. I'm like, oh, okay, I guess I'm picking up this new one. Like, inventory management is a nightmare. I mean, that, I don't know. The redeeming qualities of this game where there's a ton of things to do in it if you want to do. If you can figure out the reason why you'd want to do that. That was pretty fun. The intro of this game was really good. There is, you know, quite a lot of depth to the story in terms of what's happening in it. That was all right. Like, I enjoyed parts of that. I just wish my actions as a player had mattered. being a streamer, do I feel like the world of Cyberpunk is actually coming true? I don't know, man. I don't even know what that means. The side quests open up into wholly new environments? Sure, but why? We got a bad ending. The bad part of the ending isn't the storyline of the ending, chat. If you're not understanding what I'm pushing back about in this ending, I'm pushing back on it as a player TDM. That could have been done in a montage, and that montage could have taken half the time it took to understand what was happening there. Me being interactive during that just made it slow and clunky. It didn't make it a more impactful experience. It didn't make it better of a story, and it certainly didn't give me some decisions along that lines particularly, right? Like, okay, go back to Earth or not, sure, but we can do that in between the montages. There's no need for me to be sitting there clicking F for like 15 fucking times in a row. I think the DLC can fix these things. Jesus. If the DLC was a standalone story module of some sort, like set in the world with the same systems but a better set of better balance and a better interaction of your decisions with outcomes, sure. I mean, the game is fairly smooth, again. From a production standpoint, like, there were some bugs, sure. But most of the bugs were fairly non-impactful. The guns fired well. The opponents were pretty dumb. The AI needs to get better, or the difficulty needs to go up in some way. Like, even the boss fight is just, like, run around for, like, 10 minutes, sprinting, shooting him with sniper rifle repeatedly till he dies kind of deal. And that's, like, not having upgraded that weapon in, like, 10 levels, not having bothered modding it, not having bothered putting in any optics. It just wasn't necessary to do something. It's like if I want to spin the meaningless dial, I can spin the meaningless dial and feel good about that. But there was no incentive to do that from the gameplay itself, because I didn't need to do those things to just finish the game, right? There was no barrier to progression. I didn't have to think about a build. I didn't have to think about synergies. I didn't have to think about anything. I just run in and do whatever the fuck I want and base roll my way through stuff. So that's frustrating to me. Yep, the first boss fight was a lot of fun, and every boss fight after that was whatever. Anyways, other thoughts in this chat? Anyone else have? I mean, you're certainly willing. You're certainly welcome to offer criticisms of my take on this, but yeah, we're certainly willing to have. I'm willing to have a discussion about it, but I certainly didn't have. I certainly lost interest like midway through. I'm glad I just finished the storyline for this, because if I had just done 1,000 more random encounters shooting whatever police report was there, it was kind of interesting from a mechanic to be like, oh, there's a police encounter in progress where you can accumulate resources by helping. If resources had mattered, but the fact that resources didn't matter just meant that's another meaningless interaction that just sucks my time, right? You like the narrative. I feel like the main story is pretty good drama. Yeah, I kind of liked parts of it, but again, I wish I could impact it more. And if I can't impact it more, I wish they had streamlined the telling of that experience a little bit. You know, there's a huge cast of characters, if there's a reason to develop them. I really like the setup for some of the quests when they're talking things like their waypoint system is really good for telling you where to go, but I really like some of the quest lines too. They're like, okay, well, you're going to try to infiltrate this parade. You're trying to get into this parade. You got to do all these things beforehand. You got to get a virus into the system there. You got to figure out what the security is going to be like. You got to keep a low profile around this area. You have to establish this weapon or this position. Those are all really cool as a setup for a story, right? But then the implementation of the gameplay for that was not very fun. Gigs were filler, actual side quests weren't, but I ran the problem of why bother with side quests if I'm never forced to do any. I understand side quests are designed to somewhat be modular, but the game itself was too easy to begin with. Like the idea of getting more power by like a higher power level by farming gear, money, or experience is really distasteful, right? The most fun fight I had, again, was the fight where I was massively over-leveled. The very first fight I had, I was learning the control interface, didn't have weapon specializations basically at all, had very few perk points, had basically no armor in the first couple guns you picked up, and it was in an area where I was probably a little over-leveled for that. And that was the most fun fights I had in the entire game, because it felt like it was pushing me to my limit as a player and as a character, like the character in the game with the systems there to do something there. My main gripe is the difficulty of the game economy. No, it's that all your decisions, my main gripe can be summarized as the player's agency is irrelevant, right? Anything you do has no impact. You're just pulling on a lever that's not attached to anything, spinning a dial that just spins, right? You're choosing a color that doesn't correspond to anything. You're presented with the illusion of a game while what you're doing is playing a story. Like you're just listening to a story, which is fine to be listening to the story. The story itself was just fine, but the rest of the stuff around it was bullshit. I mean, like, and think of all the useless stuff in there. Inventory was useless. Crafting was totally unnecessary. Buying anything was entirely unnecessary. Perks and character specialization, totally unnecessary. Games, would I say, perform player agency well? I have to go back to the games I like, right? But I mean, it's a different style of game. This is an RPG, so it's a little bit harder to answer that. I was finding, I said this I think a couple days ago when I was playing this, which I really liked the Celesta RPG intro, where it felt a little bit more like some of the things there's still storyline railroading going on, but it felt a little bit more like my decisions of how to approach things mattered, and the builds I built for my characters mattered, and the money expenditures that I used mattered to a bit more of a degree to me than I did here. Does the game seem like it wasn't fully developed? I mean, the scope of this game is unbelievably large, right? Like, it seems astronomical to what they're trying to accomplish with it. In short, they released an unfinished game. I think it's more like they released an unbalanced game, right? The system, you need to have some reason to interface with their systems, and there isn't. The lack of impact and choice on story is something you completely disagree with. Well, I guess maybe on the meta, Kijun, maybe we're talking about the scope is the problem, right? Where you're saying something like, you know, who you interacted with side quest wise at the end gets you different dialogue options or something. Well, I want my different dialogue options when I'm going into the quest for the second person I talk to, instead of there being literally two orange, like all the blue bars. In the end, it was the color coding, right? Yellow, yellow, blue, blue, blue. All the blue just meant continued non-decision making continued information, like learning a little bit more about it. And then the yellows were your options, but your options were insanely limited. It was really noticeable when they introduced, I don't remember her name, but I didn't like her. I, at least from the get-go, didn't like her, right? And, you know, you're thrown into that, what's her name? She's a major character who I just deliberately decided not to play through her stuff with because she was so annoying for me. Yeah, Panam, right? It's really clear there. Why does your character, when you walk into that situation with them, you're introduced to it as a must-do kind of thing to get the help of Rogue, who you need help from, right? And she's like, well, first you got to sort out this mess, and once you sort out this mess, you can, you know, I'll give you a hand with this. And that Panan is like totally unrealistically bonding with you instantly, and you have no responses. You're just railroaded super hard into your relations with her. There's no player agency in being like, I don't like or trust this person, and I can't push back in any way. So when you say like, yeah, you can go through side quests and get different storyline endings, sure, but that's not really player agency. It's not like I got to decide how my character behaved or my character was. All I got from that was two yellow lines saying you can do this or this. And that's not enjoyable for me. Let's see. With agency minded, you choose to interact with Panama or Judy more. You have different options available. I think I answered that one. Did I have the same? I didn't play Witcher 3. not possible to have such branching with everything. Right, they might shoot themselves in the foot with this a little bit, Kijin, right? Because of how many things they want to include, how many characters, how many side quest storylines there are, or whatever, they may not be able to give you any agency in that, because you'll end up with this like super convoluted web of how that looks. I don't even know what you do as a design decision for that. You just make them, probably you do what you do here, which is you make the implications of your design decision meaningless. Yeah. How did you find player agency in Pathfinder Kingmaker? I played that game when it first released, and it was insanely buggy, and I only played it for a little bit, and I never went back to it. Okay. Live in your simp bubble? You're welcome to live in your simp bubble. You're allowed to enjoy that. Everything's hyper-sexualized in this game. It's a bit weird as being on stream with that, but... Yeah, right, Harbinger? You mean, yeah, but I chose not to interact with her because the interactions my character would have made weren't available to me. So my options were get railroaded for how I'm going to be forced to interact with her, or avoid interaction entirely. If you say that, you know, that kind of works out because then your final interactions don't have that storyline, kind of, but that's not a benefit, right? Hypersexualization of social commentary. I'm not necessarily complaining about it. I'm saying that sexuality is supposed to be a part of this game, but again, my sexuality or lack of sexuality in this game didn't matter whatsoever, right? It's just another thing that's just window dressing. Well, but I think it's kind of weird to me that you say that, Yadrello, because the systems in this game are fine. They just needed to be tied to consequences. There's a wide array of weaponry. There's body modifications. There's weapon modifications. There's crafting. Just none of it was particularly well done in the end of how it mattered, right? The systems mechanically kind of work. You get different weapons with different values and different things they do, different statuses, different ranges, different perks to buff them. I mean, it wasn't like they're buggy or non-existent. They just don't matter. Anyways. Maybe the case I have too high of expectations in RPGs. You think that my expectations for Cyberpunk were too high relative to what they were telling me the expectations should be for Cyberpunk? Really? Like the most hyped game of I don't know how long? You had no gripes with the difficulty. I don't know how you did that then, because I'm also not a particularly good FPS player. I don't play a lot of FPSs, and I had no trouble with this. What RPGs are there that I've enjoyed? I think I mentioned that just a second ago. Really looking forward to the rest of Celesta. I was pretty pleased with the initial take on Baldur's Gate 3. Hoping those end up well. I play pen and paper RPGs for fun. No other ones immediately jump to mind right now, but I'm sure there have been others. I just have to go through a list of RPGs I've played. Yeah, it seems like, I guess when I reflect on all the things the tutorial had me trained for versus all the things I ended up using in the game, some of that feels unfinished, but only in response to that. It's like they built these systems, fleshed them out a little bit, gave you tutorials how to use them, and then never included scenarios where you needed to use those things again. Brain dance is a good option of that. Punching and blocking, like outside of a couple of those fights, why would I ever use that again? Like the hacking thing remains identical all the way through the game. It's the same thing you do, just 10,000 different times. I did beat it, Nobu, yeah. Yep. Yeah, exactly, Professor Pandemonium. So, I don't know. I really enjoyed the intro to this. The first maybe like 20 hours are really exciting. But it takes a while sometimes to get to see the implications of your decisions. And when it turned out there were no implications to your decisions, it just became like floating. I just became I'm watching a film again. But I'm watching a film that requires I press F after every dialogue, every line of dialogue. Ah, it's alright, no. I think we're gonna be done with it. I don't think I'm doing another playthrough unless something massively changes. The storyline, the world was kind of cool. The storyline was okay. Yeah. How should the hacking change? Well, you're building a skill, right? To some degree. And as you build that skill, things should change about that. Things should get harder. You should have more interesting options with it. But it's just the same thing again and again. You get the most overpowered ability ping on like the first side quest you do in the game. And once you have ping, you don't even need anything else. I mean, did you see how insane that was? I could see every enemy by pinging a toaster nearby. And once I ping the toaster to see enemies, I can shoot them through walls. Okay, game over. What else do I need? That works for every single opponent in the game, including the end boss, with no change of my strategy whatsoever. Yeah, killing versus non-lethal takedown is a good example too. There's no differences in that whatsoever. Anyways, all right, chat. I'm gonna be done for today. I have one more stream tomorrow, and then I'm traveling. I'm gonna be streaming from. I'm gonna be driving down to my parents in Florida. I'm gonna be streaming from that location, but it's gonna take me a couple of days to set up there. So I'm not sure when the next stream will be after tomorrow. Probably Thursday, but maybe Wednesday. We'll see how set up I get. It's about a 20 hours of driving in 2 days to get down there, and then I got to do setup, etc. I'm expecting streams will be slightly shorter over the next couple of weeks as I'm down there, but I'm still hoping to get 5-6 hour streams in daily while I'm down there. But I will be back tomorrow. We're gonna play something non-Cyberpunk related. I'm not sure what yet. I kind of want to jump back into the Last Spell demo, maybe pick up the full copy of that game. We'll see. I'm really glad that we got a chance to try Cyberpunk, and I had really high hopes for it, and didn't really deliver, quite honestly. The beginning of the game was really, really fun, but it didn't, for me, manage to maintain interest or scaling at all for me, unfortunately. So, anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed watching me play through it and talking about kind of the things we'd like to see from it, or I would have liked to have seen from it. I'm certainly open to challenges to those ideas, but I found the totality of the game very unengaging, unfortunately. So, any news on the New Year's stream? Yeah, we're hopefully going to do a New Year's stream this year. I don't know exactly what that looks like yet, but there's no reason why I can't. And Friggs already asked about it, and we're planning on doing that. So, anyways, guys, cheers. Thanks for being here. See you soon. Have a good one.